This is the story of Snow White. But it's not the story you've probably heard. This is the other side of the story, by Chris Hinders, inspired by the work of Neil Gaiman. So the story we heard from their kingdom, which I think is 3 over from ours, was that the queen died and the king remarried, because of course he did. The new queen and the princess didn't like each other at all. So then when the king died unexpectedly, they fought over the kingdom. The princess allied with the prince from another kingdom and overthrew the queen, and you have Her Majesty Queen Snow White. And that's supposedly the end of the story. But I've heard that the real story is so much better. Anyway, I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from someone who was there. And supposedly that person is the town witch. Yeah, exactly. This is part of the propaganda that came out of that kingdom, right? That there was this evil witch involved and yeah, whatever. So the source of this story is really their town healer, Magda. This is Magda, and she's so sweet and so smart and so fun. She has so much cool stuff in her shop. If you ever are in their capital city and you have some time, stop by. Anyway, when this was all going on, Magda gets a knock on her door one day, and this woman comes in. She's all bent over with this cloak over her face. Magda doesn't think she knows her. She doesn't seem old, but she must be, right? And the woman says, "I've been sent from the castle with a marker for whatever you want. We have a dangerous animal loose in the kingdom and we need to kill it. So I've been told you are the person to go to for poison. It needs to be something strong, very strong. Just make sure it doesn't suffer. Just to make sure that it does." Magda says, "There's a dangerous animal? Is this what killed the huntsman? I heard they found his body yesterday, that it was drained of blood and otherwise untouched. What kind of animal does that?" And the woman says, "I don't know, but obviously we just need to kill this thing. Will you help?" And Magda says, "Of course. Yes. Yes. I'll do whatever I can." So Magda starts looking up potion recipes and gathering ingredients and grinding herbs, and she asks the woman, "So where is this dangerous animal?" And the woman says, well, it's north of town." And Magda thinks, north of town? Great, that really narrows it down. And then she realizes, oh, that's north of town. That's where the huntsman's body was found. That's all they have to go on. And she's thinking, what's up north of town? There's nothing up there. And then she realizes, oh, wait, there is. And she says to the woman, "Have you talked to the men at the commune?" And the woman stops and looks at her and says, "What commune?" And Magda says, "Well, there's this commune. It's a group of men that live in a cottage just off the main north road. They work in the mine that's up in the mountains. And they're dwarves or little people. I forget which term they prefer. Anyway, if there's something in the woods up there, they might have seen something." And the woman says, "That's great. That's great information. I'll go right up there straight from here." And Magda thinks, "You'll go straight from here? You?" So the castle is sending this presumably little old lady up against this dangerous blood-drinking animal that killed the huntsman. The huntsman was a big guy and very capable and very cute. Magda had such a crush on him. Anyway, the castle thinks that this little old lady, whoever she is going to do better against this dangerous animal than the huntsman did. Magda thinks back to a couple days ago when she last saw the huntsman. He was escorting the princess through town. I mean, you assume it's the princess. Who else wears all those cloaks and scarves and gloves and everything when it's 85 degrees out, right? I mean, you don't actually see the princess herself other than one night a year if you're invited up to the feast night at the castle. At the feast night, once a year, she's up at the head table, and yes, she is so beautiful as everyone says, if you're attracted to 14-year-old girls. Because that's what she looks like. Magda knows it's been years since she's seen her for the first time, and she just never seems to get any older. But yeah, if that's your thing, then she's that beautiful. And everyone says she has skin as white as snow. And they're right, it's like she's never seen the sun. And they say she has lips as red as blood, which always kind of creeped Magda out. I mean, why would you say that? Why wouldn't you say lips as red as roses? Why would you say lips as red as blood? And the puzzle pieces start falling into place for Magda. She thinks back to when their original queen, was found dead, and there was apparently something unusual about her body, but that was just a rumor, and no one ever found out what it was. And then their king died. And in their kingdom, when a king dies, he lies in state, so all his subjects can file past and pay their respects. But that time, the castle just announced that they buried him. And looking back, that was strange, right? And now the huntsman has been found drained of blood. Is that what happened to the kingdom's original queen and their king? Suddenly, Magda is starting to think she knows who this woman is and what she's doing in her shop. Unless Magda is wrong, this woman in front of her, hiding her face, is the kingdom's queen. And yes, she got this kingdom through marriage, but it's her kingdom now, and she has to protect it. She has to protect herself. She knows there's a monster, and she asked for help, and look what happened to the huntsman. No, she has to take care of things herself. And she knows that she needs to ally her kingdom with any of the princes and the kingdoms around. But if anyone found out that there was a monster in the kingdom, especially in the royal family, no, she needs to keep it quiet. And Magda decides she has to help. She picks up an apple and injects it with enough poison to bring down a bull moose. And she turns and offers it to the woman, and she says, I've heard there's a prince coming to talk to our queen about allying kingdoms. He'll be coming down that north road past the commune. So whatever you're going to do it quickly. The woman says, thank you so much, and takes the apple, and Magda watches her go out the door and up the street. And looking back, Magda regrets so much that she just didn't know. She didn't know that it doesn't matter how potent the poison or how strong the dose. Poison doesn't kill vampires. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, but if it is, I am personally very glad that Her Majesty Queen Snow White is 3 kingdoms over, and I hope she stays there.